Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Rachel Waters, senior wrestler from Ankeny, Iowa, who is undefeated on the season. And Rachel, you guys had a busy weekend this past weekend. First of all, tell us what it was like for you to wrestle in front of a large group of OCU alumni on Friday.
Oh, it was really cool to see. Most of those girls I have either been wrestled with when I was coming here on recruit trips. I've been around OCU for a really long time. It feels much longer than 4 years for sure. But I've been around all of them, so it was really cool to kind of see all of those old friends and old teammates and old practice partners come back to OCU and cheer me on. It was really fun just seeing reconnecting with those old friends.
Tell us about what it was like for you individually in the duel, wrestling the top-ranked individual at 155, coming on top in a tight battle.
Yeah, it was really good. I'm fighting through a little bit of sickness right now, so it definitely wasn't what I wanted out of that match. I'm really glad it ended how I wanted, but the whole match was not necessarily something I was striving for, but I'll just keep fighting through that. And I think ignorance was a little bit of bliss. I had no idea she was ranked #1. And then I saw it later on my phone, and I was like, oh man, okay, I guess I should be a little bit happier about that. So going into it, I had no idea, and I honestly think that made me kind of just wrestle a better game. So I wasn't nervous about her being #1.
And on Saturday, tell us what it was like for you to connect with now Hall of Famer Emily Webster during the Hall of Fame induction.
It was really cool. I got to see Coach Randall speak again. He spoke about her, and which I wrestled for him for a little while. When I was still in high school, I was part of the club team. So, and like I said earlier, I spent a lot of time here on OCU before I actually signed and came to college here. And I remember on my first ever recruit trip here, Emily Webster had just gotten back from ACL surgery, and she was over there in the corner doing, like, I don't know if she was working on her bikini body or what, but she was just doing crunches, ab workouts, like just going. And I remember the coaches having to yell at her to stop, and it was just really cool to see how, like, I got to see a little bit of that hard work. I didn't really get to see her run at OCU, but I got to see that work ethic. So it was really inspiring to see her then be in the Hall of Fame now at OCU.
And then on Sunday, you guys got to put on a girls wrestling clinic for the Women in Sports Day at Oklahoma State. What was that like for you to be able to influence the next generation of athletes?
It's always so neat to see little girls just loving wrestling. I got started a little bit later. I say late, but it's late for Iowa. It's late for Oklahoma, wrestling hotbeds for sure. But I love seeing just little 6-year-old girls so excited about the sport, and even juniors, seniors in high school being excited about it. It's something that, like, for a really long time we've been fighting for women to wrestle, and it's so cool to have over 50 people attending at a camp at a college that doesn't yet even have women's wrestling as a sport in college. So I just think that every little bit is next step to having women's wrestling at every college we can, every division we can.
You got the WCWA championships coming up. What are your expectations heading into that?
My expectation is to go out there and do what I know what to do, which is wrestle. I'm just going to wrestle as hard as I can. I have a really unique opportunity with WCWA's. If you win this tournament, you also are qualified for the Olympic trials this year. So that's definitely something that I have my eye on. I want to get there into that finals match, and I want to win and secure my spot at Olympic trials this year.
How do martial arts and jiu-jitsu help you on the wrestling mat?
We always joke that that's where I got my bad habits, but I think my coach just wasn't a big fan of it. But I actually started with jiu-jitsu, so it's a little bit different, but it teaches you a lot of my jiu-jitsu. I feel like helps me in wrestling with pressure and like feeling like when they're moving and stuff like that. I think I was able to pick that up from jiu-jitsu at a really young age, and I think that any of those combat sports go hand in hand. It just really helps you teaches you how to move your body and how to move another person, and I think any of those really just help you out on the wrestling mat for sure.
What's your major?
I'm a marketing major.
What kind of career plans do you have for yourself?
Well, that's a hard question. They asked me that on senior night too, and I was stumped on that one too. But I have a lot of opportunities that I'm excited about. I can continue to wrestle at the senior level. I'm kind of looking into coaching, and I also am really interested in like the digital media marketing. I've had quite a few internships, and I really like that, but I want to make sure that I do it for something I love. So probably wrestling. So we'll see what. I'm just kind of just looking out for anything I can, and we'll see what opens up.
All right, that's Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Rachel Waters. You can follow the stars on OCUsports.com.
What I've learned the most from golf is to have integrity in everything you say and do.
One of the biggest lessons of that sports impacts my daily life is discipline.
Be a champion of character, it just means to realize first that you're a part of something that's bigger than yourself.
Being a part of NAIA is something that I'm going to keep with me forever because it's not only made me a better athlete, but it's made me a better person.
The NAIA really just cares about their student athletes and just the experience in general at the school, and I think that's really important.
The NAIA stands for, has great core values. One that's most important to me is servant leadership. Being able to serve your community is a huge reason why I chose the NAIA.
I am a champion of character.
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 Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we've got women's golf coach Marty McCauley. The Stars returned to the course for the spring season this past week. And coach, the OU AZ Invitational, you guys individually had 2 top 15 finishers. How did you assess your team's first performance in the spring?
Well, we played very poorly. It was probably one of the worst tournaments we've had in my 10 years of coaching. I saw lots of positives out of it, though. I always try to look and see, maybe what adversity we can face that will help us later on in the season. The gold course at Wigwam, I knew going into it as a very difficult course. We had yet to practice the spring semester, so didn't really know what to expect, had very low expectations. I just wanted us to go out and get some reps in and compete. And I think Melissa and Claire both finished in the top 15. So they both handled the adversity a little bit better than the other 4 girls that played. But what I really liked about it was I saw that our girls were very disappointed in the way they played and are very eager and ready to get back on the course.
Also, since we last spoke, you guys won the inaugural Sidney Cox Invitational with Lauren Pritchard competing in a playoff for the individual title in that one. How did that event help your team?
I think it helped a lot. We had a very, very strong fall campaign. We won that tournament, and then last time we spoke, we won the Southwestern Christian tournament. And we shot some really good rounds in both of those. The Sidney Cox Invitational, the final round, we shot 1 under par at Lincoln Park, where we'll host conference and nationals. So anytime we can play in a competitive round there and try to emulate what it's going to be like for the national championship again in May, it's a great feeling. And I know the girls gained a lot of confidence by how they gelled together as a team and played very well in that tournament to kind of finish off the fall for us.
Tell us about a few of your individuals who've been playing well.
So right now, currently, into the fall season rankings, we have three girls ranked in the top 20 and 8 in the top 120. So I feel like we have a lot of depth, which is the most important thing to me for us to compete for national championship. Last time we won in 2017, we had a lot of depth, and I feel like this team's very comparable to that. But our top 3 have really set themselves out. Natalie Goff is ranked number 9 in the country. She actually won the Southwest Christian Invitational, was a medalist there. And then Melissa Eldridge, who's our only senior this year, she's ranked 16th in the country. And then Lauren Pritchard, which you mentioned, who won the Sidney Cox Invitational, is ranked 19th. So those 3 have really set themselves out in front of everybody else. And then if you go on down the list, Lauren Bankin's ranked in the mid-50s. Claire Hill's ranked in the mid-70s. Addie Norton, who's one of our freshmen, is ranked in the low 90s. And then Mackenzie McCoy is ranked just above 100. And Rachel Eckert's ranked around 118 or 119, somewhere in that area. So we have a lot of depth, which is very exciting for me.
The next time you guys will compete will be at the Kickingbird Golf Course in March. So what will the goals be between now and then in practice?
I think that the one thing that we have to focus on is being a bit more disciplined, playing with a bit more fight. This time of year, golf in Oklahoma is not the greatest. The grass is yellow, and so the one thing that I'd like to see us kind of achieve over the next few weeks, which we're fortunate that we have 4 full weeks before our next tournament. So we're going to be spending a lot of time outside, even if it's cold, and getting prepared for what adversity might happen the second week in March playing in Edmond. We will have the opportunity to play Kickingbird several times between now and then, so get a good eye to see kind of what we should expect for that tournament whenever we get back to the course.
The NAIA has awarded the 2022 National Championships to OCU and Lincoln Park Golf Course. What does that say about the job that OCU and Lincoln Park did hosting the national tournament this last year?
I think it's a big testament to the course and to us. We put a lot of effort into it. We want to make this championship great. We want to set a standard so that whenever I'm not coaching anymore or whoever else is here, whenever any team goes to compete in the national championship, it's the best event the girls have ever been to. And that's where we aim to be. And we weren't complacent with what we did last year. We're going to do some things this year that are even nicer than last year to enhance it. And then we take a year off and we go to Ann Arbor, Michigan for the 2021. And then when we get it back in 22, I'm hoping that we can blow it out of the park and make it to where the NAIA wants to come here every 2 years. Because I think that's a great opportunity for us, for Lincoln Park, and for the city of Oklahoma City.
All right, that's women's golf coach Marty McCauley. You can follow the Stars on OCUsports.com.